I bought above bar 6 here. We had 3 pushes down. We can just look at it. One pull back, two, strong breakout. Didn't close above bar 2, or didn't close above the upper range, but I thought it was a big enough breakout that is worth buying above, especially because we have the open of the week at 349.59. So I thought we'd get up there and test it. And decent setup. So I thought it was a reasonable stop entry buy above this bar. It'd also be above the entire range. So I thought it was okay to do that. I got filled on 10 shares there. I have 5 left. I'm gonna exit the full thing. And if this bar closes on its high, then maybe I'll buy back. I'll buy it again. But we're right at the open of the week. I think that's a reasonable target. And then if the bar stays like this, I think it might still be by the close. So I was thinking, I do like to scale out, exit half or part, and then hold a little bit longer. But in those cases, it's typically because I want to mitigate risk by taking part off, or I think it's a reasonable profit, so I take part off. Because the upside is uncertain. In today's case, we're at a level, so because we're at a target, I think it makes sense to exit the whole thing and see how it acts. Because it could easily stall at the open of the weekend and reverse. But after these 2 big bull bars, I think we're probably going higher, so I might buy again. So I think that is by the close, but I'm hesitating for some reason. I know why I'm hesitating, and I'll explain it after I decide what to do here. I don't think I'll take it, but I think I should be taking it. I'm up $5 from the first trade. The reason I'm hesitating here is because of what happened last time. Here on October 8th, it was last week sometime. We had 2 legs down, strong breakout. I didn't buy the first bar. I waited for the follow-through bar, and I bought above the follow-through bar. And I bought a bit late, but I thought it was such a good setup that it'd be okay. And I'd hold for a few bars, maybe get a measure move up. And then this bar came down and stopped me out. And I know my mistake. I asked Alan, he said, and typically in these situations on the open, you should exit below a bar. So a point or two below a bar. So I could have exited 20 cents below here. So that would have helped me mitigate my risk a bit. But this is still imprinted in my mind. So I'm looking at this today, and I'm not sure if it's not the same because it's 2 big bull bars, so it might be okay. But it's at the open of the week, and I don't know. This setup on the open is now just making me hesitate. So I don't think I'll take it. I have an order to buy at 348.81, which is a buy above this bull signal bar after a micro double bottom. We're at support. We had a breakout here of this tight channel, and I'm seeing this as a pullback with 2 legs down and then a micro double bottom. So I think it's a reasonable swing buy. Risking $5 to the bottom of this bar. I'm looking to take off half at 40 cents. I just took off 5 shares there. I don't have the moving average on this chart, but it closed right below the moving average, so it's possible that it's still a spike in channel and we're still in the bear channel. So because we didn't close far above the moving average and didn't close on the high of the bar, I decided to just scalp out 5 shares and leave the other 5 to see if we break strongly above it or get a second big consecutive bull bar. Probably gonna exit on the close of this bar. Just wasn't getting the follow through that I wanted to see. So I'm out there. Made about $1.50. So it was a small winner. I was risking $5 to below my stop loss, below the signal bar. And here I risked $15 to my stop loss. and I think I'm starting to figure out how I want to size my positions. Um, I haven't really felt comfortable the way I've been doing it. It's been something I've been struggling with for a couple of years. Um, just never felt right the way I was sizing my positions. I've always said, like, for example, I'm going to risk $2 per trade, or $10 per trade, or $25 per trade. And I always ended up reverting back to a smaller size. And I always thought it was because I wasn't comfortable with bigger size. But what I've started to realize is that the size is okay. I'm just not comfortable risking the same amount on all different types of trades. So risking $25 on this signal bar, and well, I didn't risk 25 on any of these trades. I risked 15 here and 5 here. But let's say, for example, because I'm on the $25 phase, risking $25 for this signal bar and risking $25 for this trade, it doesn't make much sense to me. I'm having a hard time understanding it, how it makes sense, because here the probability of getting stopped out is so low, and here the probability of getting stopped out is so high. And so here, because I'm buying high after a higher probability scenario, my profit potential is less. So let's say I did make $5 here. So I risked $15 on this trade and I made $5. Now on this trade, if I risk $15, I'm risking 3 times what I made on a good probability trade. And I'm willing to risk 3 times this profit on a low probability entry. It doesn't feel comfortable to me, because here, yes, it's true that if I'm risking $15, I can easily make $30 if it just gets up here or up here. So the profit potential is much higher. But so I think it's still a valid thing to do. It's just, for me, it felt really uncomfortable to take these trades, because I'm now risking triple what I made on a very high probability, what I thought was a high probability trade. And that doesn't feel comfortable for me. So what I'd rather do is risk more. Like, it's still within my max loss. So let's say my max loss is $25. Here, I'd rather risk $15 to $20, knowing that I'm most likely not going to get stopped out. So I'll probably lose maybe $5 to $10 if I get a bear bar down here and have to exit below. That's probably what I'll lose. And then risk a smaller number here. So I risk $5 here. So I'm only risking the profit of what I made on a high probability entry. That feels like it makes more sense to me and matches what I feel comfortable doing. Now, I don't know if that's right or wrong. I don't know if there is a right or wrong. That just seems more comfortable to do, knowing that I'm not giving up all the profits from these higher probability entries on a stop entry, on a low probability swing stop entry. That's the first time I've tried to articulate what I'm feeling with my position sizing, so I'm sorry if it's not very clear. I'll probably get a better sense of how to explain it in the future, but that's kind of what I'm working through right now. But at 6:43 now for the day, and I'll try to find something else. I was hoping for a strong breakout here, but it doesn't seem like we're getting it. So if we do get a strong breakout to the upside, I'll try to buy again.